Hello, folks. Welcome to the Vinson Voice, a weekly television show where we talk to you about what's going on in and around your Carl Vinson VA Medical Center. I'm your host, Greg Swars, and today we've got a very special guest. March is National Nutrition Month, and I have with me today one of our registered dietitian nutritionists, Miss Joyce George. Joyce, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right. So, Joyce, how long have you been a dietitian?
42 years.
42 years. Mm-hmm. Wow, that's amazing. And you do not look a day over 30. All right. You're very welcome. All right. And how long have you been here at the VA?
This time I've been here 10 years. Mm-hmm. I worked here one time in 1978.
Okay.
So when we first moved to Dublin.
Okay. How long did you stay? Or was it like your internship?
No, I was here for a year, temporary position, and then went out, did some other things, and came back 30 years later.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Well, this is like a nice retirement type community here.
It is.
All right. So, National Nutrition Month. What's going on with that?
Well, National Nutrition Month is when we emphasize healthy eating, dieting, exercise, all together. This year, the logo is going further with food, which implies that we eat for our health, we eat for energy, whether you're getting up in the morning, you need a breakfast to start, or if you're going to run a marathon. We'll take it one step further this year to where it's limiting food waste. We waste so much food in the United States. We don't save the leftover vegetables, for stews and soups and stuff anymore. And there's just a lot of waste going on, which wastes your money, it wastes your time and energy, and it usually leads us to eating more calories than we really need. So it's twofold this year. Go further because of your health and the nutrients you need, and then the waste that we're going to discuss.
I got you. Yeah, every week I probably end up throwing away almost a refrigerator full of food because of having leftovers and then not going back to them, or even going out to get something to eat and not able to eat it all, and putting it in a little one of them little take-home trays and stuff, and it just ends up just sitting there.
Just sitting there because you don't bring it for lunch the next day. And if you saw the grocery stores, how much they actually throw out because of going out of dates and stuff like that.
Yeah. Wow.
But and dietetics is really quite interesting. There's so many open fields that you go into by having a nutrition degree.
Right.
And years ago, when we first moved here to Dublin, there was a retired dietitian in town who actually worked in experimental Georgia and helped design the food for Apollo 13 and stuff. Okay. So it's a whole variety as far as the career goes.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can work in any industry, whether it's restaurants, whether it's research, whether patient care, food service. It's really a friendly career. With variety.
Yeah, and there's a lot. There's like I say, a lot of jobs out there, but I mean, just about if you think about it, every organization, like your nursing homes, even some of your big companies and stuff like that, they have nutritionists there on staff, to help keep their employees healthy, and also, for like the nursing homes, take care of the clients there.
And your football teams, and your basketball teams have a nutritionist on us.
Right.
Now, as far as credentials go, we have to be nationally registered, and that's the registration for a registered dietitian nutritionist. Depending on the state that you live in, you have to also be licensed by the state that you're working for insurance reasons, because we are a chargeable out provider on that. So if you're registered and you have your license, you can basically go anywhere that you want to with your career. And I'm one of those that have been extremely fortunate in having a variety of opportunities.
All right.
So I would encourage anybody out there that's looking at a career in college, maybe even considering it, because it's been a very good.
So what would be the major for college? What would that be? Food and nutrition, or?
Yes, I went to Virginia Tech, so now it's under the Department of Science, agriculture type science on that. It kind of depends on what the school calls it, but it's a BS degree in science, so you have math, you have a lot of science classes, of course. on that. Human nutrition as such is kind of an early, young science because we always knew about animal nutrition.
Right.
And it was the mid 1800s to late 1800s that they actually start looking at human nutrition.
Okay.
So in the vast research of science, it's really kind of new in that respect. But you can do anything with the degree that you can do.
Okay. All right. So what kind of stuff do we offer here at the VA for our veterans that, you know, want to manage their weight and eat better, just get healthier? Because, you know, as we get older, it takes a longer time for us to heal, longer time to get this off.
Oh, I know that.
You know, so what kind of programs do we offer here at the VA?
Actually, the VA offers a very good range of programs. Of course, we have the nursing home section to where we take care of the geriatric population needs. We have outpatient dietitians who see outpatients. We have a MOVE program, which is like the Weight Watchers program of the VA, and that's been a very successful program.
It has.
And you'll probably meet that dietitian later that runs it. They do phone calls. We also have a dietitian that works what we call home-based primary care, who actually goes into a person's home. And at that time, we do check their food security because a lot of people might not have enough food to eat. So that's one of the things that the home-based dietitian will do. She'll check to make sure that, you know, if they don't need Meals on Wheels or something like this. And we do a lot of staff education. They like to stop us and ask about the latest diets and stuff like that. And we keep up with those.
Also diabetic classes.
Diabetic classes.
Yeah, it's very important.
Lipid classes. You know, it's a whole array. Any aspect of nutrition you'd want to know, there's a dietitian here. There's 10 of us total. With that, we got a couple of CBOCs that have dietitians in them, and then 8 of us are stationed here at this VA.
Wow! So getting in touch with the dietitian is not really that hard.
No.
You know, they just really just need to get through their talk to their primary care.
Yes, if it's a veteran, and he can set up the schedule. And they are starting to where the veterans can now schedule their own appointments.
With the VAR program, the VAR app.
It's in the pilot stage right now. So it might have a little hiccups going on, but that shouldn't discourage anybody. All you got to do is pick up the phone, call, ask, you know, just speak to an outpatient dietitian. They can fit you in. And then, of course, we do acute care, too, while we're here. So.
It was very interesting, Ms. Joyce. And I knew you guys did a lot with the diet, you know, diet and nutrition and stuff, but kind of stretches out a little further. And I'm glad we're able to reach out to our veterans that, you know, with the home-based primary care, and then also some of our clinics and stuff. So we're getting looks like we're 10 people just to get the word out to 52 counties that we cover.
It's pretty rough,
I can understand, and I know y'all stay busy and stuff, so all right. Well, Ms. Joyce, thank you for being on the show. We really appreciate it, and let's just keep doing good things.
Well, we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
No problem. And folks, we'll be right back with more Vinson Voice.
We're here today at Bank of Dudley to discuss business loans. So many businesses and industries trust the Bank of Dudley for a variety of financing alternatives to suit your specific needs, from short-term loans to help with cash flow, loans to purchase equipment or facilities. At Bank of Dudley, we have commercial mortgage loans, capital improvement loans for construction or renovation. We can help with your business vehicle loans or for a small business line of credit. In other words, Bank of Dudley has your business covered. No matter what it is, you can trust the lenders at the Bank of Dudley with 5 convenient locations: East Dublin, downtown Dublin, Veterans Boulevard, Dudley, and Jeffersonville. The Bank of Dudley, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Perry Williamson. We've been serving the Dublin Lawrence community for over 90 years here at Williamson's Bakery. We specialize in donuts, cakes, pies, cupcakes, cookies, birthday cakes. They're our business, not a hobby. And don't forget our large selection of cheese straws. For special orders, contact us on Facebook, Instagram, or better yet, just come get you some. When you stop by, be sure to try our all-new Pig in the Blankets. We have bacon, sausage, and chicken. We're located at 1634 Veterans Boulevard, Dublin, Georgia. For the hot, freshest donuts, come to Williamson's Bakery. We proudly support our area athletics.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Vinson Voice. You know, I always say that history walks these halls, okay? And we also have a lot of heroes that are here that just want to tell this story. And today with me, I got my friend, new friend, Pete Scaggs.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right.
Pete is a veteran of the United States Army. That's right. And he was a tanker also. All right. He did time in Bosnia,
Yes.
and Kuwait.
Yes.
And also he's been in the zone. Yep. And Pete's originally from
Brookfield, Georgia.
Brookfield, Georgia. Okay. So tell me about growing up. What led you to come into the Army? And I know we talked off camera a little bit and talked about you have a lot of family history.
Yes.
Where you have a lot of family in the service. Well, mainly in the Army.
In the Army.
All right.
Yes.
So let's talk about it for a few minutes.
Yeah. I was, born in Oswego, New York, upstate New York, where it's pretty.
Mm-hmm.
A
A lot of snow though.
lot of snow. We come down to Tift County back in '77, and that's where I had more time with my grandfather. My grandfather was old Ironsides, stationed in Germany.
1st Armored Division. Ooh.
Yes, he was a tanker. So I spent a lot of time with him, and I knew that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And the rest is history.
That's right. There's just something about running the tanks through that mud puddle, that big old mud puddle.
Oh yeah.
And then throwing track right after it.
There you go. Yes.
Man, I know all about throwing track.
Oh
My
yeah,
time with
absolutely.
The old Ironsides, boy. I tell you
Absolutely.
what, that's a real man work there.
Yes, it is.
Yes. So you did 6 years in
Yes.
the Army and stuff, and tell us a little bit about Bosnia and Kuwait. What'd you do there?
Ooh. Well, Bosnia was actually a peacekeeping mission.
Right.
But there's no such thing as a peacekeeping mission.
No, not when the Army's involved.
They took a bunch of tankers. They took us out of our comfort zone and put us in Humvees.
Okay.
And we patrolled different cities, talking to the people.
Right.
Saw some bad stuff there. There was
yeah,
a lot of
yeah.
genocide there.
I can imagine.
But if I had to do it over again, I would do it all over again.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about that too. But me being in the infantry and stuff, I went to Desert Storm, and dealt with that. And of course, I'm dealing with a lot of health issues now.
Right.
As a result of like them little pills they gave us and stuff.
Oh,
those
yeah.
nerve agent pills they gave us. To me, it's kind of like the Vietnam Veterans Agent Orange. Those little nerve agent pills they gave us.
Yes.
It's the Desert Storm, where a lot of us get a lot of the effects from that. Plus all the dust we were, telling what's in the ground there.
Yeah.
And having to breathe in all that dust, and of course the oil fields. That was some nasty stuff.
Yes, it was.
But like
Absolutely.
you said, do it all over again.
I'd do it all over again. Yes.
That's right. So, you came today to audition for the Arts and Crafts Festival that we do every year, the
Yes.
Veterans Arts and Crafts Festival. Submissions have to be in by March 23rd, and see your local recreation therapist if you want to participate. It's a good program. We end up catching talent because we got not only were we soldiers or Marines or sailors or airmen, we got talent out there.
Yes.
You played the guitar and you sang a lovely song. Tell us about the background about the song.
Song I wrote while I was in Bosnia, a buddy of mine in a guard tower.
In a guard tower, yeah.
And it's called Broken Glass. And not knowing it then, but knowing it now, I analyzed the song, and it's about a guy who's basically living with PTSD himself,
Right.
like I am. And he's, he sees his wife and he hears his wife coming in and out of the house, but she's never there. In the middle of the song, you find out that, you know, she had passed.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
And he's stuck with his 2 children he's raising on his own.
Right.
And, you know, it's more of a ballad than it is anything.
Right.
The song has a lot of meaning to it. A lot of people who's suffering from PTSD and can relate to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. Well, glad I first heard the song back in right around Christmas time when we had the Christmas Veteran Talent Show and stuff. I was like, oh wow, listen to this guy here.
Yeah.
And we had a lot of other folks that were really talented. That got up there and stuff. So hey, we're not just soldiers. We're not just soldiers, right? We're people too. So
That's right.
So we're gonna play the song for our viewers out here.
Okay.
And dang, Pete, we're glad you came on the show.
I appreciate it.
You know,
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, I always get to meet got another friend now and stuff.
That's
got
right.
your number locked in.
That's right.
So, you know, when you're out here, man, just give us a holler and stuff. And then, of course, you can call me anytime or text me anytime.
Sounds good.
All right?
Sounds good.
All right, folks, we'll get ready to play the clip now for you.
Oh, God, there it is again, like every night before. A dreadful sound of a slamming door. I look at this bottle in my scared, calloused hands, being on my own. I don't think I can stand. She comes home every night. She keeps playing in my head. When I go upstairs, she won't be laying there in bed. And once again, the whiskey's got no answer, like every night past. Another liquor stain on the wall, another pile of broken glass. If I could see your face again, the answer's by the wall. Pick up a piece of this old glass, go ahead and it all. Well, that wouldn't be right. I've got 2 reasons to stay alive. Yeah, Billy's only 9, and Michelle, she's only 5. And I know she's in heaven, my little southern belle. Yeah, she's in a good place, and I'm here stuck in hell. And once again, the whiskey's got no answer, like every night past.
0% financing, and we'll just add it to your bill. Start saving today. It only makes sense. The City of Dublin Natural Gas.
Welcome to Pitts Toyota, downtown Dublin, where people go to buy great cars at great prices. We're a family-owned and operated full-service automobile dealership, serving Middle Georgia since 1947.
It's our promise to provide you with an enjoyable, stress-free shopping experience. We have a full-service website that's fast, convenient, and easy to navigate.
We provide a balance between the big city selection and the warm, familiar atmosphere of a hometown business.
Toyota, let's go places.
Hello, folks. Welcome back to the Vinson Voice. I got a special friend, a special guest on the show today. This is Miss Marquita Gillespie, one of our licensed clinical social workers.
Yes.
And today we're going to be talking about, it's National Social Work Month.
Yes.
And it's also Traumatic Brain Injury Month.
Correct.
All right. Now, what you don't know is this young lady right here is a captain in the United States Army Reserves. All right. So she's a captain. You've been in for 8 years.
8 years this month.
That
yes.
is too awesome.
Thank you.
So tell us a little bit about your background. Why did you want to become a social worker?
Okay. Well, I always say social work is really more of a calling. You don't really choose to be a social worker. I actually thought I wanted to be a doctor.
Right.
Switched to nursing. Went to business, thought that was boring.
Oh, wow.
Went to psychology, felt, that's not really the field for me, but I enjoyed it.
Right.
And social work just kind of fell in. All of my credits added up to a social work degree.
Okay, all right. So you're dibbling and dabbling and
right.
Wow.
And once I got in, I was like, oh, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what makes sense for my life. And it's kind of a purpose and a calling, man. The helping profession is... It's no other profession like it.
No, it sure isn't.
It's not. So it's just an honor, and it's a very noble profession.
It is.
So that's why social work chose me.
Okay. And the Army. You chose the Army. What happened
Yes.
there?
So I had already graduated with my master's degree, but I had done an internship with the VA in Lexington, Kentucky as a social work intern. And some of my veterans, my patients that I did therapy with, actually talked to me about joining the military.
Wow.
And I thought about it, had a lot of conversations with them, and I decided to give it a try, and here I am 8 years later as a captain.
Wow, I see that. Wow, congratulations. So what kind of places have you been to?
So I recently returned from Germany.
Okay.
I worked at Landstuhl Regional Medical Center, which for a patient administration officer, if you're not going to be on the battlefield, that's where you want to be.
Right.
It was kind of one of the pinnacles of my career as a PAD officer, and I worked in the Deployed Warrior Medical Management Center. And we were responsible for shipping, I say shipping, I shouldn't use that word, but we were responsible for getting the injured service members of all services from the battlefield to Landstuhl, making sure that they're stabilized. And then once they're stabilized, we get them from Landstuhl back to the States, wherever they should go.
So you were kind of like the hub for our combat veterans.
Correct.
Coming from Afghanistan and Iraq and wherever they are.
All of the combat zones.
That is too neat.
It was awesome, and it was an honor.
Yeah, I'm sure it was. So, Social Work Month. What we got going on for Social Work Month for March?
So this year's theme, 2018, is Leaders, Advocates, Champions, and I really love this theme so much because that is really the essence of what social workers are. And we just recently had a luncheon for Social Work Month to kind of kick off the event. And the speaker was Mr. William White from Robins Air Force Base, and he really gave a wonderful speech, and he talked to us about having a leader's mind, an advocate's heart, and a champion's voice.
Right.
And that just meshes so well with everything that is social work.
Yeah.
So that really stood out to me and what we do. And a leader's mind is not just about taking charge. It's about empowering people, educating people, and just really rooting for them, being their cheerleader, and making sure that they accomplish their mission, whatever that is.
Okay.
And an advocate's heart is more about really feeling where this person is coming from, sharing empathy and understanding, and then having a champion's voice, really standing up for what is right, for justice.
Absolutely.
And that's what we're about, justice for all.
That is awesome. That's a good thing. They did a good job on the theme this year. So how long have you been with the VA?
So I've actually been with the VA 8 years this year as well.
Wow.
Yes.
Good grief. Wow. So you came from Lexington, Kentucky, from where you did your internship, and then you landed right here
in
at the
Dublin,
VA,
Georgia.
Dublin, Georgia. And we are glad to have you.
Thank you.
Because you got every time I see you've always got that wonderful personality. You always got a smile on your face. But yeah, wow.
I really love social work. I love serving veterans. Being a veteran myself,
That's
it's
right.
nice to be on both sides.
That's right.
So I've enjoyed my career so far.
That's good.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about traumatic brain injury, because March is Traumatic Brain Injury Month.
Right. Brain injury awareness is a nationally recognized event for the month of March. This year's theme, there's kind of two themes floating around. The first theme is called Change Your Mind, and that's with the Brain Injury Association. And the second theme is Think Ahead, and that's with the Defense and Veterans Brain Injury Center. So we're kind of meshing those two together to get out and just make the public aware of what brain injury is, how it occurs, and what the needs are of those patients and their caregivers and families.
Okay. So what kind of services do we offer here at the Dublin VA Medical Center for TBI?
That is a wonderful question. So there's 4 components of care with the polytrauma system of care, and we are a polytrauma point of contact facility, meaning we provide probably the most limited range of services. So what we do, we bring the patients in to get them further evaluated to determine if they actually have a traumatic brain injury or a related diagnosis. Once that is confirmed, then we connect them with the services. We do care coordination. So if they need neurology, we rely heavily on telehealth and our community care team to get neurology services for our veterans. If they need speech language pathology, the same, telehealth or community care. So we are just all about connecting them with the services that they need.
That is awesome.
Yes.
That is awesome. So how many, not how many have you had, but how often do we get veterans in with the TBI?
So TBI clinic is twice per week. We have a TBI telehealth clinic on Thursdays, and we have the face-to-face clinic on Fridays. So depending on how many consults I receive and how many are actually appropriate for the program, that determines how often we see veterans. But we offer up to four to 5 slots per week.
Oh, okay. So what they need to do is if they feel they have the symptoms, they just need to get with their provider, their primary care provider, and let them know the primary care provider will do the evaluation.
Correct. So the primary care provider would do a TBI screening. It's a series of about 4 questions, and depending upon the responses, will determine if it's a positive result. If it's a positive result, that's when the provider will submit a consult to me. I will review the chart, make sure that the veteran actually served in the designated areas. Those areas are Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom, Operation New Dawn, and the 2 newest ones are Operation Inherent Resolve and Operation Freedom Sentinel.
Wow.
So if the veteran served in those areas and sustained an injury while serving, that is one criteria that they meet. If they have never been evaluated or diagnosed with a TBI-related condition, that's another criteria. And if they just show a sincere interest in conducting the further evaluation, then that's when they get in for an appointment.
Okay. So with the Iraq and the Afghanistan deployments, and so TBI just kind of became a new. It's really still new, really.
Well, TBI is considered the signature injury of those wars. So it's new as far as research. We're still looking at things like CTE and NFL and concussions. All that's related to what our service members go through right now on the battlefield. And they're also looking at long-term effects. So even with a mild concussion, things can change. The brain does not always heal. We try to do what we can to get it to heal, but that's not always the case. So a lot of research is being done by the Army, by the Department of Veterans Affairs, and with the NFL as well.
Oh, okay. Wow, that's amazing.
It is.
That kind of service that we provide for our veterans in those conflicts. But yeah, it's awesome. All right. Well, Marquita, thank you for being on the show, and thanks for the information. You're still bubbly and always got that. See, look, she's just always smiling, and we just love her around here. It's really awesome. And thank you for serving and continuing to serve. Thank you. All right, folks, and we'll be right back with more Vinson Voice.
Hello, my name is Jimmy Rogers, and I'm running for County Commissioner for District 4 of Lawrence County. As County Commissioner, I promise to you, the people of District 4 in Lawrence County, that I will work very hard to serve each and every one of you.
My name is Kenneth Hodges. Many of you may know me. I was born and raised in Buckeye. I'm here today just to show my support for Mr. Rogers for County Commissioner from the 4th District. Jimmy Rogers is a man of the people. That is, if you need him as a commissioner, all you got to do is pick up the phone. He's there willing and ready to serve the people, not only of District 4, but the people of Lawrence County. but he seems to be the kind of person that will get in and work with the other commissioners and see that the county business is taken care of in a timely and efficient manner.
I just ask for your prayers, your support, and your vote, and may God bless you. Thank you.
K's Vapor is celebrating St. Patrick's all month long with great savings. K's Electric Vapor provides all your e-cigarette needs at an affordable price. K's has a wide selection of e-cigarette starter kits, tanks, mods, batteries, replacement coils, and much, much more. Choose from over 75 high-quality e-liquid flavors, all made in the USA. Visit K's at 1505 Rice Avenue to try our great selection of juices. Ask about product discounts in the store. K's Vapor, celebrating St. Patrick's all month long.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Vinson Voice. We like to end the show talking about a few things. First of all, social media. Get on our social media page. You get the graphic right here. Our Facebook page, our Twitter feed, and our internet website. We want to thank all the people that are out there following us on Facebook, all the likes, all the shares. Just keep doing it. We like to get the stories out to the public about what's going on with our veterans and all. All right. So also, we're also trying to end veteran homelessness. It's real cold out right now, and if you know somebody that's in that situation, please get them to this number here, 1818, I think it's 1-877-48-VET. You see the graphic right here. Just call that number so that we can get our veterans, our homeless veterans, some help. And they don't have to be living on the street. They can be living in a home that's really not livable, like livable conditions. We want to get them into some good housing. So just get them to this number here on the graphic. And then also, we always want to, talk about our Veterans Crisis Line, veteran suicides. I think we're down to, the number, we need to get the number down. It's like 20 veterans a day are committing suicide. And we just need to continue to get that number down. So if you know any, veterans or anybody that's in crisis, please get them to this number that's up here on the graphic. And then, we also, we can still change the world. All it takes is one act of kindness a day. So with that, thank you. I'm your host, Greg Swars. Thank you for being on the Vincent's Voice, and we'll see you next week.